Hi everyone, Lisa here from lcdesigns. Today I'm going to show you how to make this little treat holder. These aren't your traditional Valentine's Day colors, and the reason being because what's inside of here is a box of these conversation hearts, and I love that it was like the Bermuda Bay color, and I love the way the Bermuda Bay and the basic gray go together. So today we're going to be using the Heart Happiness stamp set, and this is a new stamp set in our Occasions catalog. It's a great set. You can use hearts any time of year, anniversary, just because, even sympathy. But this is a really nice set. Today we're going to use this stamp and this stamp. And I'm also going to use the Teeny Tiny Wishes, which is another one. It has all these sentiments for everything. And we're going to use the Happy Valentine's Day one. And along with those, I'm going to go ahead and use, this is our new Lots to Love framelit set. That has, this one actually makes a box, and it has all these different hearts, the banner, some leaves, and these are little tabs. So we're going to use this heart today, and we're going to use the tab. And then I'm also going to use a heart from the Sweet and Sassy framelits, and we're going to use this one. So that's the nice thing about the Heart Happiness set. It coordinates with the different framelits, so you can use either of the sets to cut out your hearts. Or you can always fussy cut. We don't like fussy cutting though, do we? So let me show you how we're going to do this. We'll start out with, get my Stampin' trimmer, and the piece that we're going to need is going to be 5.5. So let's get the cutting blade here. 5.5 by 3.5. And make sure that you have your scoring blade. Move that trimming blade out of the way, because I've done this so many times where I've cut it instead of scored it. So we're going to go ahead and score this piece at 1 3/4. Score. I even wrote score on here so I'd remember. And then 2.5, 4 1/4, and then again at 5. If you don't get the measurements now, don't worry, they're going to be on my blog. And then that's going to be it on that one. So let me get my piece of paper here to protect. We're going to go ahead and stamp some basic gray hearts all over this. So this is another, it's got all the little hearts. And you just stamp them sporadically all over. Turn them sideways, even turn them upside down. Just put some hearts all over this little box. I keep calling it a box, it's more like a sleeve. And then that looks good enough, and since we're stamping, we're going to go ahead and stamp the heart with the lines through it in basic gray as well. And then I'm going to stamp the flower in Memento ink, and we're going to use the Memento because we're going to go ahead and color it in with our Stampin' Blends, and these are alcohol based markers, so we want to use Memento. So go ahead and stamp the flower right in the center, and then we're going to go ahead and stamp our heart in Bermuda Bay on Bermuda Bay. And this heart is actually a distressed heart. It looks like it's not stamped all the way, but that's the look. That's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to have that distressed look in it. Just kind of gives it a unique look. I'm going to go ahead and cut this piece off because we're going to need this piece for later. And these are just scrap pieces of paper if you have them. There's no certain dimension on cutting them. So let me get my Big Shot. Hopefully this doesn't shake the camera too much. But we're going to go ahead, and I have my magnetic platform there. This one, we're going to use this little tab here. And on your very last line, you just kind of want to line these up with it. And, you know, this magnetic platform, it doesn't cooperate. Okay, after several attempts I got it, so let's go ahead and I'm just going to cut this one out by itself. So a lot of times it's those smaller dies that just don't want to cut or don't want to cooperate. So see, it just makes a little tab there. So let's go ahead and put the other two on. I can get these hopefully to cooperate because they're a little bit bigger. Like I said, it's just those smaller dies. I don't know what it is with the magnet that just doesn't want to hold them in place. So we can go ahead and put these two on. They seem to be cooperating. Woohoo! Oh, I spoke too soon. This one moved on me. Maybe when I put the plate down. So just go ahead and roll it through. Some people might say, oh, I think it's easier just to go ahead and cut them out. Well, you have that option as well. It's just nice how these ones put a little frame around it. So we're done with that. Big shot. So now, on this, you could go ahead and burnish all your lines. And then as you can see, we get the box. And this is going to fit in there. There's a little tab you might have to. And then on these, since we're going to go ahead and color these in, I'm going to get my piece of paper again, because since these are alcohol-based markers, they'll bleed through. So I'm just gonna, on them there's a side with like a brush side and a more narrow. I'm just gonna use the narrow side to color in my flower. And these ones, they blend so well that they don't leave any lines like where you've colored with before. And if you want to make it darker, you just color it in some more and it'll just give it more color. See how like I colored the outside more and it gave it more color where I didn't put any in the middle. And then, so I'm going to use the same on this one. This was Bermuda Bay, light Bermuda Bay, I believe. And this one is going to be light Old Olive. So I'm just going to cover the leaf, color the leaves in, just to give it a pop of color. I love these markers, or these blends. They just work so well. So I'm going to go ahead and get a mini Stampin' Dimensional and put it on this, on the back of the smaller heart, or put a couple just over to the side, because we're gonna, my nails are longer than usual and they're sticking. Usually I use my piercing tool. I think I've gotten so used to using it. Yeah, as you can see, things just don't cooperate, seems like, when you make a video. But I guess that's the fun of it, right? Nothing ever works perfect for all of us. So just kind of put it at the side. And then we're gonna, with that other piece of scrap paper, we're gonna go ahead and stamp in Bermuda Bay the Happy Valentine's Day. Stamp that. And then we're gonna use the classic label punch to go ahead and punch that sentiment out. And then again with some more mini dimensionals, we'll put those on. This set is, I know this Heart Happiness set is a set that keeps getting overlooked in the book, because they have the Sure Do Love You one that goes with the framelits as well. But so many people are really starting to like this one. And so we're going to go ahead, before we put this on, we're going to go ahead and use the this Bermuda Bay ribbon. Look at how pretty this ribbon is. The glimmer in it. You actually get all three of these rolls. This is Basic Gray, Calypso Coral, and Bermuda Bay, and it's got that shimmery in it. This is a celebration item that you can get for free for $50. When you spend $50, it's one of the choices here in the catalog, and I don't even think the catalog does it justice. I think it's so pretty in person, so much more prettier. So we're going to use this Bermuda Bay. My thing is not staying for some reason, but that's okay because we're going to tie a bow on it and it'll hold it in place. Again, if it cooperates with me. And then again, we could put the heart over it, which it'll hold it in place as well. So just tie a bow. And then you can adjust your bow. I don't make the greatest bows. I always have to fix them. So let's try and put this on again. Oh my goodness. Some things like, Lisa, you need just to start all over because we don't want to cooperate with you today. So you can make your bow and adjust it to whatever size you want, where you want to put it. It's gonna stay, I promise you. And then so when you put the heart on, you want to put your dimensionals beside the ribbon, not right on the ribbon. So then that way they can just untie it to open it. And then set your heart right on there like that. I think I didn't burnish them very good. There you go. Put your bow, and then you could trim it. And again, all these instructions, all the dimensions and everything are going to be on my blog. But there you go. It's easy peasy, sort of, if everything cooperates for you. There's a little treat box that you can make for your Valentine. If you have any questions, let me know. Good day. You take care. Bye-bye.